My name's Samantha and I'm a station commander at Tipton Fire Station in the West Midlands. I've been in the fire service for 27 years. I've been an officer in the fire service for the last 5 or 6 years. I've been to a number of AFSA conferences over the last few years. I think that I have a little bit of a background in relation to AFSA. I was involved with the Fire Brigade Union and the Black and Ethnic Minority Members section. I was an official with them for 7 years, a full-time official. So out of the back of that, I've also been involved with AFSA as well. And it's interesting that they are celebrating 10 years now, and for me to see the journey that they've made. I think that in relation to support networks, all of us have a journey. When you start, you don't start and then end in the same place. You develop, you evolve, you begin to understand yourself. It's just like people do, So that's a little bit about my involvement. For me, somebody who's been in the fire service for quite a long time, I absolutely understand the importance of networks and support networks and having people to rock on when you need some help. When I joined, I was the second woman to join my brigade, and I was the first black woman to join my brigade. And there were many challenges around that. And being able to have the support of other people, the support of a network, being able to understand that it wasn't all just on me, that I could get help, was essential, and it kept me in the service, to be honest, because without it I probably would have given up. So I think that's the importance of networks. I mean, obviously, as I said, networks have evolved and support has evolved, and to a point where it's more strategic. But I think what's also important is that we don't forget the importance of supporting the individuals and understanding that, particularly for people who are in a minority in the workplace, even now, that support is still important. It's still needed. Knowing that there's somebody there. I know that with a lot of people who, even if they're in a minority, they often don't access support networks all of the time. Sometimes people only access it when there's an issue or a problem. But I'm hoping that people are understanding that that's not just what networks are for. They are something that's there for you all the time, something that hopefully they feel comfortable about getting involved with, comfortable about understanding that you can make a difference within your community, which is one of the main things. You can make a difference internally, but you can make a difference externally as well. And for me, that difference is life or death, really, because just a simple example of smoke alarms and the different kinds of communities that sometimes don't get access to our services, it can actually mean that they might die in a fire because they haven't had access to our services. So if we kind of put that at the centre of what we're thinking, then hopefully that will encourage people to involve themselves in networks, be proactive in networks as well. Networks need to challenge, because nobody's perfect. Everybody needs a little bit of scrutiny, a little bit of, that critical friend. And I think that's the way that I'd describe AFSA, as a critical friend to the fire and rescue service who should be able to say, you know what, you're doing really well there, but there's an opportunity for us to do a little bit better here. So have we thought about this and this? Let's work together. Let's try and improve the service, as I said, internally, and let's look at how we can improve it for our communities as well. And I think that, sometimes people think that, there's a lifespan for networks. I don't believe that there is. I think that we'll always need to be there, as I said, challenging, asking those questions that need to be asked and keeping people on their toes.
Brilliant.